As the as this human state, everything within this human state has boundaries. That is your mind's perception, you see. The mind's perception that is everything that has human value has boundaries. Space, our mind imagines, has no boundaries. It seems to just allow the thought of where it ends go, you see. It doesn't really try and understand if it has an end. And that basically is the problem with our whole concept of what we understand this mind is here for. Mind is not here to create boundaries. Mind is here to show you that there are no boundaries. Even mind has no boundaries. Unbelievable new countless thoughts enter this consciousness every single second, every single moment. As soon as you have a name, you become bound. You become bound to that name, bound to that body. And from there on, everything else is now have boundaries. You cannot go out with these boundaries anymore. That's your punishment, says mind. That's your punishment for doubting who you are, you see. Doubting means to give something identity. It means you don't know what it is, so you have to give it identity. So therefore you're doubting what it originally is. Do you understand this? The minute you give something a name, you are absolutely making it worthless to its true worth. Names are handy in our mind-based form world. But they're only there as a guide, you see. The name is not the boundary. It's just a guide. Now, a guide means something that takes you somewhere, and wherever you want to go, it takes you there. We imagine this body has boundaries from the day it's born to the day it dies. Even that organic biological way is not true, because the body does not die, you see. The breath from the body goes, and the body is put in a box under the ground or in ash, and the ash is scattered and it rejoins the cycle of earth. So even the body has no boundaries. So how do you find the boundless? You know, you can't just simply start saying that house over there is no longer a house, it is the whole world. Can you? Because your mind won't allow that. So who is boundless? I want to leave you with that question. Who is boundless? What is boundless? You see, when you say who, it means a name. When you say what, it means something. You see, we speak about duality and non-duality, and it is also got boundaries. You see, non-duality means it can no longer be dual. Duality means it can no longer be one. The minute a word is spoken, we give it boundaries. I don't want anyone to take this seriously, because when you take it seriously, Even the seriousness will become bound. How do you become boundless? How does boundless appear as your true state, the stateless state, where there is no end to space, but there is no end to form. There is no end to mind. There is no end to thoughts. There is no end to life. There is no end to existence. There is no end to emptiness. There is no end to love, you see. And in our mind it says, yeah, but we understand that. We understand that completely. I know all this will go on when my body goes. But what about me? Will I go on? The boundless cannot be bound by anything. When you think you are the bound, you're bound to fail, bound to suffer, bound to experience limitations in this world of absolute stretching possibilities. Rules and regulations are bindings, you see. The law of this country is binding, but the law of Christ's words are boundless. Can you live with two, you see? Of course you can live with two. When you're boundless, you can live with anything. Boundless means to accept everything as it is and don't give it any identity and any attachment and any form and any continuation, anything that you want to change what is up already here. Bind you to that change, you see. It's not about going to read the Bible now. It's not about going to try and understand the mind up in the head. It's not about none of that, you see. It is about realizing that you are boundless. And when you take away you are, only this unbinding existence is all that is taking place. You can find it in the present moment. You can find it in the present moment. No, nothing is active, no mind, nothing. And for a moment, nothing happens. Everything becomes free. And then mind brings it all back again and says, "Ooh, I don't like that." I absolutely don't like that, you see. I nearly lost my identity. I nearly lost my body. I nearly lost my life. I nearly lost everything, you see. The one who is prepared to lose everything, but not do anything. Absolutely allow every single thing that you know and have experienced and will experience, and all education, all systems, all social needs, all assumed actions, assumed way of life, structure. These are all thoughts, you see. These are all concepts. The minute you allow them to go is surrendering, and you stop losing because there's nothing left to lose. You become the lost. You're completely lost. You see, and mind hates when the lost word comes in. It starts grumbling and fighting for survival, you see. What's going to happen when you're lost? That's its question, you see. What's going to happen if you follow these words and you become completely lost? Nothing's going to happen, you see. To this world, physically, this body is going to continue to go on and on. But the mind is going to be lost. And when it comes back in, you see, when you're turned around and faced to go back in, because this emptiness is so blissful, but something says, you know what, I have to go on. I now know what's going to come. Everything is boundless in this place. I am the boundless. I have to go back, you know. I have to go back and see. I have to go back and tell people that it's not all misery, you see. In fact, there is no misery. So when mind comes back in, it says, oh, thank you so much. I'm not going to punish you this time. I'm not going to give you a name. I'm not going to do anything that's going to make you bound again. I want to go on your back. Mind becomes on your back now, you see. But it's not pulling you. It's simply riding on your back. It's joining the ride of life, you see. Mind has now become the boundless. It is joining the true mind, you see. The true God mind is saying, okay, fine, everybody's happy now. Let's go. Roller coaster starts. Let's begin properly this time. Reborn. Everything is boundless. I hope you enjoy these final videos because they are what I would call a grounding state from so much heightened awareness, so much heightened bliss, so much knowledge that is only temporary, you see. Even the knowledge is only temporary. The truth is ever changing, you see. You are the unchanging. You are the boundless, watching boundaries being built around your world, around your whole infinite universe of boundless space. You're the witness of boundaries being built, and you can also deconstruct these boundaries and become who you truly are. Boundless space. A couple more and I think you have enough. Namaste.